Moving on, how to handle emotional pain from a woman, stoically won. Acknowledge the pain. Pain is a natural part of the human experience, and denying it only prolongs suffering. A stoic man does not suppress his emotions, but rather faces them with honesty and acceptance. Instead of seeking distractions or numbing the pain with temporary pleasures, he allows himself to feel and understand his emotions. However, he does not let them consume him or define his identity. He recognizes that pain is not a weakness, but a test of his inner strength. By acknowledging his emotions without being ruled by them, he takes the first step toward true resilience. 2. Control your response. While pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. It is how you respond to pain that defines you. A Stoic does not react impulsively with anger, despair, or desperate attempts to win someone back. Instead, he remains composed and thoughtful, making rational decisions rather than emotional ones. He understands that emotional outbursts only lead to regret and further suffering. By mastering his response, he exhibits self-discipline, demonstrating to himself and others that he is in control of his emotions rather than being controlled by them. 3. Detach from the outcome. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is that attachment breeds suffering. Relationships, like everything else in life, are transient, and nothing is truly permanent. A Stoic accepts that people change, love fades, and circumstances shift beyond his control. Instead of desperately holding on to the past or yearning for a different outcome, he practices detachment. This does not mean he does not care. It means he values reality over illusion. He releases the need for things to be a certain way and instead embraces life as it unfolds, understanding that his peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. 4. Focus on what you can control. A Stoic man does not waste energy on what is outside his influence, other people's decisions, feelings, or actions. Instead, he focuses on what he can control, his own thoughts, habits, and personal growth. He channels his emotions into building a better version of himself, whether that means improving his physical health, advancing his career, or refining his character. By shifting his attention from loss to self-improvement, he regains his power and momentum, ensuring that he emerges stronger rather than defeated. 5. Reframe the experience. Pain, when viewed through the right lens, is a valuable teacher. Instead of seeing heartbreak as a failure, a Stoic sees it as a lesson, a necessary part of his personal evolution. He asks himself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this make me wiser, stronger, and more prepared for the future? He understands that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. With this mindset, he transforms pain into wisdom and suffering into strength, ensuring that no hardship is wasted. 6. Avoid bitterness. It is easy to let pain turn into resentment, blaming the other person or fate for the loss. However, bitterness poisons the soul and keeps a person shackled to the past. A Stoic man refuses to let negativity consume him. He does not dwell on what should have happened or harbor grudges. Instead, he chooses acceptance and gratitude for the experience, no matter how painful. He understands that anger and resentment only hurt him, not the person he resents. By letting go of bitterness, he maintains his dignity and peace of mind. 7. Seek solitude, not isolation. Time alone is crucial for reflection and healing, but isolation is self-destructive. A Stoic man values solitude because it allows him to gain clarity, process emotions, and reconnect with himself. However, he does not cut himself off from the world. He maintains meaningful relationships, surrounding himself with those who uplift and challenge him. He understands that while solitude fosters growth, human connection is still essential for a balanced life. By striking this balance, he avoids both loneliness and emotional dependence. 8. Live with purpose. A breakup or emotional setback is not an excuse to drift aimlessly. A Stoic man redirects his focus toward a higher purpose, his passions, career, health, or philosophy. He engages in meaningful work and activities that align with his values. By committing himself to something greater than his emotions, he finds fulfillment beyond relationships. Purpose gives him direction, motivation, and a reason to keep moving forward, ensuring that he remains productive and focused rather than lost in despair. 9. Embrace Stoic virtues. Stoicism emphasizes virtues like patience, wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, all of which are essential in handling emotional pain. A Stoic man does not seek revenge, act out of desperation, or wallow in self-pity. Instead, he practices endurance, accepts discomfort, and faces hardship with courage. He understands that true strength is not in avoiding pain, but in handling it with grace and composure. By embodying these virtues, he becomes a man of character, respected not for his avoidance of pain, but for his mastery over it. Let go and move forward. The final step in overcoming emotional pain is to truly let go, not just externally, but internally. This means releasing all lingering attachments, regrets, and what-ifs. A Stoic does not dwell on the past or chase closure from others. He finds closure within himself, recognizing that the only thing he owns is his present and future. By fully accepting the situation and choosing to move forward with dignity, he reclaims his inner peace. He walks away not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the experience and confidence in his own worth, knowing that his happiness has never depended on another person. It has always been within him.